Welcome to this introduction to Web3, focusing on the need for decentralization and trust. I'm Dr. David Ann, partner and co-founder at Raccoon Ventures. Today, we'll cover centralized versus decentralized systems, the problems with centralization, the double spending problem, and the concept of a shared, immutable ledger. We will also touch on public versus private ledgers, DAOs, and decentralization. A little about my background. I am currently co-founder and partner at Raccoon Ventures. My previous roles include partner at Greenfield Capital, director of business development at Binance, and investment manager at Deutsche Telekom T-Venture. I also have a PhD in organizational behavior. Digital systems are built on two core models, centralized or decentralized. Centralized systems concentrate power, while decentralized systems distribute it across a network. This choice impacts security, resilience, scalability, and control. Centralized systems, the concentrate control in one authority, streamlining processes and simplifying audits. However, they are vulnerable to a single point of failure. This model is typical for traditional banks and large corporations. Decentralized systems, the network model, distribute control across participants, achieving high resilience and fault tolerance by eliminating single points of failure. The trade-off is often slower consensus and complex security management. This is the foundation for blockchain and cryptocurrencies. A blockchain allows transactions to be grouped into cryptographically linked blocks, replicated across multiple servers. This creates a tamper-resistant distributed ledger, maintained through consensus. In a centralized ledger, like with a bank, there are multiple ledgers, but the bank holds the gold record. In a distributed ledger, there is one ledger, and all nodes agree to a protocol to determine the true state, achieving consensus. A distributed ledger works by users initiating transactions with digital signatures. These are broadcasted, validated, and aggregated into blocks by nodes. A consensus protocol then chains the new block, reflecting the true state. Blockchains can be permissionless, meaning open to anyone for participation and validation, or permissioned, restricted to only approved participants and authorized validators. Public ledgers are open. Anyone can read the ledger with fully transparent transaction history. Private ledgers are restricted. Only authorized parties can read confidential records. These models define who may access the data. Cryptography is essential in blockchains. Digital signatures are used for transaction initiation. Validation relies on consensus mechanisms like proof of work or proof of stake. Blockchaining uses hash functions to ensure chronological linking and tamper evidence. The double spending problem is that digital transactions can be copied and spent twice. This breaks the assumption of digital scarcity. Traditional systems rely on trusted banks to prevent this. Web3 needs a decentralized solution. Bitcoin prevents double spending by recording every transaction on the blockchain. Nodes verify that a coin hasn't been spent before, and accepted transactions are permanent. Any double spend attempt is detected and rejected. Smart contracts are programs stored on a blockchain that execute automatically when predetermined conditions are met. They automate agreements and workflows without intermediaries. Code becomes the enforcer, ensuring rules cannot be broken or changed by individual members. The Web3 digital economy includes utility tokens for service access, security tokens representing legal ownership, and non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, representing ownership of unique digital assets, IP rights, and royalties. NFTs allow creators to monetize and obtain royalties on scarce and original digital work. They provide provenance, ownership, and originality via blockchain technology, ensuring property rights. Decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs, are governed by token holders who vote on proposals. DAOs are essentially pools of money, their treasuries, managed by the community. They are enabled by smart contracts on blockchains like Ethereum. DAOs work when a community deposits ETH in exchange for governance tokens. The community then votes on projects. The DAO treasury, governed by the smart contract, sends ETH to the project voted on by the community. Thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, X, or Telegram, or reach out via email.